Nobody said the bike life wouldn't be easy. Insane Road Rage Hit and Run, episode number 72. Welcome back to yours truly, Meeker Extreme. We're going to be taking a look at this video. We're going to be analyzing it. I gotta fully disclose, not my first time seeing this video, due to Viral Hog saying that there was a copyright and not wanting to let me do fair use, and instead of disputing it again to have a human eyes look at it, we're just going to take a look at it, and you'll know when I get to that video because I'll have to probably do some fast forwarding and just show bits of it, unfortunately, because of Viral Hogs. They're asses, they don't like fair use. So anyways, here we go. Let's take a look. It looks like we're overseas, not in the US, because we're on the left side of the road and we're riding along. Let's see what happens. What in the world? I don't know if that person is with them or not. Clearly just blows by this guy and just goes across the road without stopping, without looking. Bad idea. I don't know if that's a learner play. It looks like they blurred it out. Okay, this looks like the US here. We're on the interstate. Looks like a commuter lane. On the left side, we have those here in various US cities. It helps congestion, and it could also be a toll lane, but usually they're commuter lanes. So as long as it's a motorcycle or a person in a vehicle that has 2 or more occupants, although a lot of that's changing where it's 3 or more. So you got to pay attention to those signs in various cities in the US. I don't think he did that on purpose because it's a big cargo van, no back windows. This guy's kind of riding on the right. It didn't look like the van was changing lanes, and it just looked like they were in their lane. You got the right to use your lane. I don't think that was done on purpose. And if I recall, you can watch in the mirror and see that the van stays in this lane. So they never changed to the right. They were in their lane. See, they're far to the left. This rider shouldn't really be passing people in the commuter lane to begin with. I don't know if this is California, but if you're going to go around like that, why not? There's no one to the right at this point of the rider, so he probably should just went completely over and came back, even though that would probably not be legit, but it would be a lot safer, right? Yeah, I don't think the van did that on purpose. They were, they're using their lane. It's a big van. They didn't know somebody would be passing them. They're using their lane. They don't have to look, because why would anyone be coming alongside them? And then he flicks them off as if the van is in the wrong. See, the van is still, look in the right mirror, still over in the commuter lane. So they weren't changing lanes. They didn't probably do it on purpose. This rider's just huffy about nothing. Another spastic rider out there. Now watch out for these riders. Car driving at speed fails to see biker accelerate on highway. Well, they didn't expect you to speed up is what happened. They saw you because they went by you. So they saw you. They weren't expecting you to continually speed up. You not only sped up, but it looks like you're speeding up passably to go faster than the speed of traffic. And they assumed as you came on, they would have time to get over. You're in the blind spot at this point. They can't see you. Yeah, calm down when you're getting on the roadway. Either go super fast if you got a bike that's capable of doing that. This guy looks like he's accelerating, but he's not accelerating drastically. So I guess an underperforming motorcycle here. Well, yeah, it's a 300 now that I see that. It's a 300. He's probably giving her it all she's got, and it just doesn't have any more. So, people aren't expecting you to continually accelerate that. If I was on a leader bike back when I used to ride a FC1, yeah, I would have got on and I would have hit 130 like in a blink of an eye, and then slowed back down to the speed limit, well, just above the speed limit, to have my surroundings. But I got on the interstate as fast as possible, so I never had a situation like this where somebody got on. But I can see how it happens, and now you're in the blind spot. Tail of the Dragon. Fun road to me, people. Wow. It happens all the time, so people will blow corners, people will pass cars on double yellow lines. They wonder why they get tickets, speeding tickets. And cops hang out on Tail of the Dragon. It's a known place. You have to go during the week as well. That's how it used to be 15 years ago. Now, I don't know. Cops probably hang out there during the week, too. Just too many people. There's actually better roads in the area, but whatever reason, this has become famous for motorcyclists to go check out the twisty road. There's actually better roads with no traffic. But, you know, keep that on the down low. Crash warning ahead. The person who submitted this clip explains the man got angry, as you are about to see, after he got flicked off because a car cut him off. So he got flicked off and this crazy situation unfolded. Okay, this is the one that Viral Hogs went nuts on me that it's copyrighted, and that I submitted fair use, and they came back with their standard. We disagree, and I could submit again, but YouTube could give you a strike if they don't side with you. So instead of going through all that hassle, we're just going to skip through this video somewhat, and I'll talk about it. This rider is a complete moron, by the way. So he's riding along. Yeah. Okay, so he's doing his thing. He comes up to the light. He has his hands off. So something happened earlier that we're not seeing. And we'll show that real quick. He comes up to the light here. He looks back. Obviously, he did something that somebody's probably chasing him. Is why he's looking back to see if that vehicle is coming forward. So I'm going to skip forward. He's looking around. The Jeep Liberty, I believe it is, comes screeching and cuts in front. Rider's going to take off. Rider takes off. The car proceeds to chase this individual. They seem to chase quite a ways. The biker wants to get far away from this driver before things spiral out of control. Well, that's what he claims, but you did something earlier that you're not showing us. It's not typical, although it can happen because I had it happen to me once, but it's very rare out of all my miles that somebody gets angry at you for nothing, right? You did something, or it was perceived you did something, and you ran. I don't know why he took off. He could have just hung out there, called the police, and let them deal with it. But then he probably has something on his GoPro that would show otherwise. Oh, what would that something else be? I almost forgot about this. This is him quickly getting out of there. Let's take a look here. Look at that side mirror. So what is this rider not showing us that I almost forgot? I'm glad I remembered, because I pretty much have to narrate this one because of Viral Hogs. The broken mirror. Not pointing that out. So earlier, you didn't show us that you broke the mirror off the vehicle. You assaulted the vehicle. You caused damage to personal property. You probably rode like an idiot. I don't know why, if you thought they were chasing, because you're looking around frantically. That's why you're looking around. Why you even hung out at the light and you just didn't continue way before this vehicle. But this vehicle obviously was capable of catching up to you, because I guess you were moseying along. You weren't, I guess you weren't thinking, oh, they're going to come after me because you broke that mirror. Look at the mirror, like right there. God. You know, these riders give us a bad name. Then they submit the video, and then they wonder, and if a cop does stop them, then they wonder, like, well, why'd you stop me? So here's the rider. He's going to continue on. It goes for quite a ways. He makes illegal passes. He makes another illegal pass. That was a good skip forward. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. He keeps making these passes. He keeps going. He gets up to like crazy speeds, even 102, 107, it looks like, or 100, 105. He keeps going. Must have made another pass. He's on the over the double yellow again, making all cars still behind him. So all that speeding, all that stuff, he still didn't get away. In the Liberty is still chasing and able to catch up. Oop, don't know what that. Oh, okay. So right here, boom. Hey, you're running after you assaulted the vehicle. Now we can debate whether that's something you should do, or maybe you should just hang back yourself and call the police, and especially if you got the plate number, and report what they did. You got damage to that. You got the plate number for the bike, but maybe like most sport bike riders, they had the plate tucked up under or not running one at all. And he tumbles, but he's okay. The rider's okay, by the way. He plays it like, oh, it's amazing that these incidences occur. Well, yeah, you broke somebody's mirror off. They occur. I don't know. If I was younger and you broke my mirror off, I'd probably chase you too. Nowadays, I have $100 deductible. You cost me $100, but if I got your plate, I end up taking you to court. I end up making sure you get prosecuted. I have all the time in the world to do that. And you end up with a lot more charges than I do. Insurance fixes my vehicle. So nowadays I wouldn't run you off the road. If I was younger, back before the GoPro days and everyone recording, if you did break my mirror off because you perceived I did something to you while you were riding, I'd run you off the road too. I'm just being honest here. Nowadays though, GoPro, I wouldn't do it. I'm older. It's not worth possibly getting into trouble for, yeah. So I guess we could say good chance both could be seen as doing wrong. The judge would probably say, well, he broke your property, he was fleeing, but what you did was still in the wrong. And now, because the rider's not injured here, there might not be really... They will say you got lucky, rider's not injured, and maybe the court wouldn't necessarily hold you at fault for anything, but they could, and it's probably, even though it's not a camera, it's probably pretty clear you also were passing over double yellow lines. But they're going to give this rider, they're going to tell this rider, like, why'd you break the mirror? Why'd you run? Why did you proceed to hit those speeds? Why did you go over the double yellow? You saying fear for your life. Well, there were so many driveways, places you could have stopped and not been in fear, but you're gonna like take your own life into your hands by, which I believe is your right. If you want to die, die. But you're going to go so fast, you're going to go over double yellows and all this. You're not taking your safety into account. You're not taking other people's safety into account should you crash. Luckily, this is off the side of the road. And although the car did hit that individual, I think they're both in the wrong. I guess that's where I'm getting at with my long-windedness. They're both in the wrong. We're going to skip forward here. He picks up the camera.
I just got ran off the road by a person.
Oh, he calls 911. He's saying he got ran off the road by a person. Yeah, you broke their mirror. They ran you off a road. I don't feel sorry for him at all. I mean, whether the car should have did that or not, it doesn't matter. I still just don't feel sorry for him. I mean, the car was in the wrong. You're in the wrong. Man up and maybe go on your way. Cops should really use the GoPro, hopefully, footage to see what you did beforehand that you happened to just share this video as if you were an innocent rider. Yeah, right. You're not innocent. Cops eventually
I got him on GoPro. They got his number and his plates.
Oh, you got his number and plates. So yeah, did you mention? No, you don't mention what you did.
he ripped it into me, and then they were behind, like 2 cars behind. Yeah. He sideswiped me and ran me off the road, and then just ran.
Yeah, that's all he did. That's not all that happened. That's not all that occurred. You broke a mirror. You did something earlier, broke that mirror, and ran. And he gave you payback. Wonder what the outcome was after everything was investigated. It was probably like, you both are idiots. Okay, next video.
Jesus Christ.
She had her right blinker on, indicating she would pull into the gas station. To me, in this one, it looked like she had her left blinker on. Couldn't see the right, but notice there's 2 lanes. So she was probably blinking left, and I'll give him benefit of doubt. She turned on the right blinker, but why would that indicate? She just came from that side street. Watch. See, she's coming from the side street. So she's turning left into, there's 2 lanes. And you notice that our lane says interstate. It's like a interstate only lane. She doesn't want that. It looks like she just came from the interstate. So she pulls into her lane.
Jesus Christ.
And you had to stop, motorcyclist. You pulled way too far up on that initially. You're not stopped X feet behind the stop sign. You pulled right up to the street. Well, why would you think
Jesus
you could go?
Christ.
Yeah, rider's totally at fault here. See? She's turning right. She's in a right turn lane. See? Right there. There's 3 lanes. She knows where she wants to go. Yeah, she wants to turn right at the light. Just because blinker... If there's a street that close, you got to assume they might continue by. So the rider should have known that. Maybe it's a new rider. I don't know. But, I mean, you can't just go by, oh, well, I thought they were turning there. You pulled up past the stop sign and tried to, like, continually ride without fully stopping. That's your fault. That's why you fully stopped.
Oh, that was scary.
Well, it's your fault, so...
I thought she was pulling into the driveway.
Well, at least I thought she was pulling in the driveway. Well, you thought wrong. Car's 100% at fault, but there's a reason. See? You can't see. It's typical city. This is why I hate driving the city. You can't see. The car should have pulled out more until they could see around this red truck. Riders hit it. And they probably started going, and it's kind of in your mind. Once you start going, you kind of go, It's a weird thing with one's mind. It's like, oh, clear, and they could be looking off to the right at this point to make sure it's clear there. And yeah, car would have been at fault, though, if something would have occurred, but I also blame, typical city parking. You can't see around. It makes it hazardous. It's best, if you can, to always turn right like that versus trying to turn left and go across. Yeah, at fault. Just go on your way. Yeah, he does. Got a roundabout. Van was in the roundabout to way before the rider. Way before. See, rider's not even up to these lines. Van's already partway through. Rider's able to, cheat and go across kind of the circle. And then revs at the van as if it's their fault. And the van must have heard or whatever. And he's like, what are you doing, man? Like, van had the right of way. He was already through the traffic circle. He was already in it and through it by the time he even got there. Driver ahead seemed unhappy the bikers were taking up all the road. This is in Fiji? Oh, Japan. Fuji. Car's 100% at fault. No reason to do that. Look how ugly this car is. Man, this is how they deck them out in Japan. I mean, a lot of Americans do some weird stuff to their vehicles, like spinners and what have you, that just is so ugly. But this takes the cake here. This thing is a piece of art. No, it's not a piece of art. It's a piece of crap. Like, what's on the hitch thing? I don't get it. So ugly. But they pull over. They pull over. Let's go forward a little. Oh yeah, he blurs it out. Blah blah blah. They basically have a nice conversation. So really nothing to see in this video. It was a friendly handshake. They all go on their way. It's like, oh, okay, sorry. You know, probably just I was trying to go around because you guys were going slow. So I'm guessing we can't understand it because it's in Japanese. But that is one ugly vehicle. One ugly vehicle. I would say the cars. Yeah, the cars 100% at fault in this one. You gave your hand wave. Yeah, you just continue on. Just there's no reason to go off on the person. You just continue. That stuff's gonna happen. Ice on the roads and obviously winter time. Oh, decent clip here. Whoa. Recover. I guess it. Oh, Cambodia. The truck was already there. It was no surprise. You know, in these countries, this is what you have to do to actually get out on the road. It's so crowded. So if you've never been in these countries, you're not going to understand. You're going to be like, the truck's in the wrong. They would never be able to get out. There's never a break in traffic. You just enter your way out. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. He saw a little opportunity to come because there was a space there. So they came. That typically happens. They like to, I don't know why you put the plate. The rest of the world can't see it. You know, the audience watching it, who cares? I bet the locals officials don't care because this is standard practice in these countries. So, yeah, okay, it makes for a good video for us Westerners that don't know different. Like, that's crazy. But you would never be able to get out. You don't understand how it is. You enter your way. The bigger you are, is kind of looked at as you have the right of way. That's why the buses drive like they do, or the trucks. Ooh. Well, boom. Damaged the car good too. Probably should have been passing all those cars on the right, which in the U.S. is not legal. I don't know, Mexico, it's whoever probably pays off the cop. Who has more money here is going to be let off. Although I don't know how much that's true anymore, because with cameras and insurance, I mean, the rider would obviously submit, but maybe the rider's in the wrong too, because he's over on the shoulder riding down it instead of waiting. And if you're going to do that, you're going to have to be eagle eyes and watch those doors, right? People might just jump out. It's nice. People are helping. I mean, even in some of the poorer countries, it's amazing that, you know, people can be helpful. Much more so than in the U.S. U.S., most people won't even stop, but you still get people that help. It seems to take longer. Dirt bike.
Dude, that trail is like...
Austin!
What do we got?
Bike down the hill.
Let me see.
Bike down the hill. Seen that, been there, done that. help people. Yeah, it happens.
Let me see.
But we didn't get to see anything, so it's kind of. I remember this video being kind
How
of
far
pointless.
down? Yeah.
No, that's not that far down. And it looks like you could probably ride back to the right as we're looking at the video in side hill, kind of go side hill across versus straight up. Hey, to each
What's
their
down
own.
there?
I wouldn't even. No, it's still pretty close up.
I don't know why this video was included. We didn't get to see the crash. Yeah, it's probably a steep hill, steeper than it looks to. Yeah, so they kind of have to manhandle it straight up. That's what you do with riding bikes. This can happen, and be ready to expect to help people on any ride you're on.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What?
Lifting it up slowly by slowly. Again, seen it, been there. Nothing spectacular with this video, unfortunately. And like it says, that's it for today. Keep safe out there. So, this is the reaction to this Moto Madness episode 72. Had to redo it because of viral hogs. I gotta say, YouTube in their, fair use and stuff. You got fair use because I'm going over the whole video. I'm talking about analyzing it, pausing it, skipping, going back, going forward, doing various things. But YouTube frowns on you disputing stuff, so they could possibly give you a copyright strike. So what I usually do is just cut out that section. But I figured I've had it with viral hogs, so what I'll do is just kind of skip through because I thought it was a worthy enough video. So if you ever see a video I do and I'm talking, because I might talk, I'm talking before and I still might be talking into the next video about the last one if it was real good, and pausing it, and then afterwards I still might be talking. If it seems like a weird edit, it was because I used the YouTube video trimmer, and they automatically will get out that copyrighted section for you, and they'll remove it, and then it just is going to make a weird edit. But that was such a long video, I figured I'd include it. And viral hogs, I don't know how they have the good gig that YouTube typically sides with them. I don't know. They must pay YouTube off pretty good, so YouTube has a cozy relationship with them. Anyways, that's the video for today. You all take care. Have a good one. Stay well, stay safe, and get out there and ride. If you have those two wheels, it's a lot of fun. Just don't be a jackass out on the roads or trails. Take care. Bye.